Many of you wonder, why is there so many narcissists in the world today? Why do we have them so many? Where are they coming from? Who's making them? I will tell you in my own opinion, in, in my own, excuse me, I will tell you in my own opinion. Number one, parents that raise spoiled kids, and I'll call them spoiled spoiled brat, I'll call them. Parents that raise spoiled kids, that think they could have everything, that think they could request for everything in the world. Some parents go as far as going into debt for their kids. If they can't afford anything, they will borrow money to buy that thing for that kid because they're scared the child is going to throw tantrum if he doesn't have it, if they don't have it. Kids that think they could have everything they want, and when you say no to them, that's it, they throw tantrum. I have had the opportunity of working in a retail store, and I have seen kids that the parents would say no to them, no to buying this thing because they can't afford it or because they don't have the money, or they've exhausted the money that the budgets that they have that week and they don't have any more money. You see the kids throwing tantrum. You see the kids using swear word on the parents, insulting the parents, embarrassing them, basically having this episode of drama in front of millions of people, in front of the whole shop. And people are just staring at the parents of this children, of these kids, and you're just thinking it must be horrible in the house if they're doing this outside. That's the kids that you've brought up to say when you say no to them, that's the attitude they bring. So parents start to, whatever the kids, yes, you're going to get it. Whatever the kids want, yes, you're going to get it. You want this, yes, you're going to get it. So whatever the kids want, they give the kids. It just, kids are kids, okay? It's the way you bring up your kids that matters. Imagine if your kids want ice cream every single day. Every single day. As a parent, you know it's not going to be good for your kids to have ice cream every single day because there's consequences of having ice cream every single day. You're going to have tummy ache. It's not good for your health. You know that as a parent, right? So you say no to the kid. And some parents would be like, I can't say no to the kids because the child is going to throw tantrums. So I have to say yes to everything that they want, including saying yes to them having ice cream, even though it means that they're going to go to the hospital or they're going to get sick or it's going to affect their health. The parents will choose to say yes because they want the kids to be happy. Is that the term people define happiness, giving the kids every single thing that they want? I know some people will come out and say, yeah, if I have the money, I will do it. Why not? If I have the money, I will give my kids whatever they want. I get it. But do you know you're raising those kids to become an adult that will go to the world today that they won't get everything they want? Have you thought about it? If your kids grow up to be an adult, they won't necessarily get everything they wanted or they want in life. They won't. They will meet different people from every walks of life. And it doesn't necessarily mean that they will get everything they want. So if you have it, it doesn't mean you have to give them everything. There is a point where you have to say no to your kids. And that is what women, that is what, and that is what parents aren't doing to their kids. If the kids want this, yeah, you can have it. What do you want? You can have it. Oh, you know what? You can have my credit card, or you can have this, or I have a card for you. I put some money in there. You can spend it however you want it. You're just giving that kid so much leverage that kids don't. If you give them your credit card or you give them so much money to spend whatever they, but when you don't have the money, then what? You think they're going to understand? They're not. It's the same thing as giving a kid a device. The day you're not going to give them, the day you're going to take it away from them, chaos. They throw tantrum. How dare you do that? That is the word, that's the people, that's the kids we're raising today. because we think that we have to give them every single thing that they want or they wanted. That's how they raise narcissists. Because you dare not say no to a narcissist. Yeah, you dare not say no to a narcissist. That's the kids. Narcissists didn't become narcissists all of a sudden. They were raised as a child. So if an adult that have a child supervision, can't say no, because kids are kids, they don't know anything. Okay, they are under a supervision of an adult that can moderate and control whatever, they like moderate their intake of whatever they want to do, discipline them, give them a clear value and vision of how the world is. But no, if you raise this kind of kids and this kind of children, um to think that the whole world is bed of roses, and that everybody has to do their bidding because when they were growing up their parents used to say yes to them, then of course we're gonna have so many narcissists in the world today. We're gonna, like, you can argue with me, but that's the reality of the truth. We're gonna have so many of them because what we're seeing today is kids have everything they wanted. They don't need to fight for it. They don't need to struggle for it. They don't need to farm for it. They don't need to, struggle. No, there's no struggle. They get whatever they want. Or, yeah, whatever they want, they get it. So if this child becomes an adult, obviously, whatever they want, the person involved with this adult, this narcissist child that have grown to adult, whatever that adult wants, the person involved in that relationship will give it. And if you say no, they're gonna throw tantrum. So you remind them of so so you remind them of their parents. You remind them of how their parents used to give them everything. So you have to. That's why some men, when you say no to them, it provokes them. It makes them do things that you're not supposed to do because you can't say no to them. How dare you? Yes, how dare you? That's number one. Number two, parents that raise kids in a chaotic home. If you raise your kids in a home where there's constant argument, constant fighting, constant bickering every single day, it's like the house is on fire, there's chaos every time, that could affect the cognitive behavior of your children. That's why you see so many children today with childhood trauma that have not been healed. And that's when they pass it to some people. That's what they display. That's why we have narcissists. Because when you come from a home of a dysfunctional home that argues constantly, and you as the parents decide to stay in that relationship to constantly have this argument, there's no love in the home, the child have never experienced love, the child have never experienced attention. Do you not know what that could do to a child? Do you not know that constant argument? Because every time the child see mom and dad, it's argument. Every time the child see mom and dad, they're fighting, they're throwing things at each other. If you're raising a man, if you're raising a boy, the boy would think it's okay to hit the woman. If you're raising a girl, the girl would think it's okay to be treated that way. So either way, it is not good for your children. You need to put your kids' feelings and first, you need to think about them. You might think you love that person, but that's not love. You're in a toxic home when that is affecting the kids. How could you call that? How could you possibly call that love? The kids happen to experience this over and over and over again. It is why we are raising narcissists, because men and women from that kind of home raise up to be unhealed with that childhood trauma.